हरे राम हरे राम हरे हरे।
चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्री वासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Friday. It is 24th of January. It is Magha Masa or Madha Masa, Krishna Paksha, Dasmi Tithi. There are no Vaishnav events today, but tomorrow it is the Ekadasi, Satyala Ekadasi, fasting from grains, beans, cereals, and all kinds of seeded kind of fruits. Okay, so that is from today, from the Spine. So we shall quickly move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. So for today, there are no other events. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Sukadeva Goswami, he is describing the Virat Rupa form. So far in the Virat Rupa form of the Lord, so all the Jnanindriyas, they got generated, starting from the mouth, and then palate, and then tongue, and different kinds of the tastes, and the presiding deity for the tongue or the tastes, and then further nose and the smells, and the presiding deity for the that the smells, and then further eyes, and then eye sense of sight, and also the sun. So they all got generated, and then further ears, and then sense of touch, along with their sense perceptions, and then presiding deities. They all got generated, all the Jnanindriyas generated. And also, so Sukadeva Goswami is explaining about the hands, legs, genital, and rectum, and then tummy, like that. Yesterday we have seen Hasto Ruru Hatuhu Tasya Nana Karma Chikishaya Tayostu Balavanindra Adanam Ubayashrayam. And later on, hands got generated. And then to perform two different kinds of activities. Nana Karma Chikishaya Tayostu Balavanindra, and also Balavan Indra, the strength coming from the arms, and also Indra, the presiding deity of the strength. So he is situated in the arms of the Lord. Adanam Ubayashrayam. So after that, he is coming to describe about the feet of the Lord, feet of the Virata Rupa. So he says whenever the Lord desired to move to different places, then these legs got generated. And from the legs, so the Vishnu, he is also was incarnated. So Vishnu is also generated. Vishnu is the Yajna Purusha. He has generated from the legs of the Virata Rupa. So likewise, and then further to carry out different yajnas. So to going from one pilgrimage to another pilgrimage, like that. So these legs are used. And in order to do that, Vishnu is taking that kind of position. So likewise, Sukadeva Goswami is describing. We are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, second canto, chapter 10, verse number 25. गतिं जिगीषितः पादौ रुरुहाते अभिकामिकं पद्यं यज्ञः स्वयं हव्यं कर्मभिः क्रियते नृभिः. Gatim jigishitah padau. Gatim. So when there is a movement, desiring jigishitah, so desiring padau. When the Lord desired to move, then the padau, the legs got generated. ruruhate, being manifested. Abhikamikam, for the purpose of moving. Abhikamikam. Gatim jigeshataha padu ruruhate abhikamikam. Padbyam yajnaha swayam havyam. Padbyam yajnaha. And then Padbyam is the from the legs, Yajnaha, Lord Vishnu. Yajnaha, Swayam Havyam, personality of Godhead himself. Swayam Havyam. And then Havyam is the duties. Karma bihi kriyate dubihi. And by karma bihi, by one's occupational duty. Kriyate dubihi and caused to be done by different human beings. Kriyate dubihi. So this is how Vishnu got generated from the legs of the Virat Rupa, so that people they can walk. They also have got legs and they can walk to go to different places by their occupational duties to carry out their duties. Duties. It is again whenever the karma is born out of the qualities. Likewise, in the fourth chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna was also mentioning the Lord is present when one is carrying out his duties perfectly. So there is none different from that is also yajna. Okay, so likewise, from there Vishnu got generated, who is the controlling deity of the legs. Gatim jigishataha padu ruruhate abhikamikam padhyam yajnaha swayam havyam karma bihi kriyate nrubihi. The translation for this verse. Thereupon, because of his desiring to control movement, his legs became manifested, and from legs the controlling deity named Vishnu was generated. By his personal supervision of this act, all varieties of human beings are busily engaged in dutiful occupational sacrifice. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can you request Saranya Mataji to read the purport, please?
Hare Krishna. Every human being is engaged in his particular occupational duty, and such activities are visible as men go hither and thither. This is a very prominently visible in big cities of the world. People are going all over the cities with great concern from one place to another. This movement is not limited only to the cities, but is also visible outside the cities from one place to another, or from one city to another, by different means of vehicle. Men are moving by cars and rails on the roads, by subways within the earth, and by planes in the sky for the purpose of business success. But in all this movement, the real purpose is to earn wealth for comfortable life. For this comfortable life, the scientist is engaged, and the artist is engaged, the engineer is engaged, the technician is engaged, all in different branches of human activity. But they do not know how to make the activities purposeful to fulfill the mission of human life, because they do not know this secret. All their activities are targeted towards the goal of sense gratification without control, and therefore by all this business they are unknowingly entering into the deep region of darkness. Because they have been captivated by the external energy of the Supreme Lord, they have completely forgotten the Supreme Lord Vishnu, and thus they have taken it for granted that this life, as presently manifested under the conditions of material nature, is all in all for enjoying the highest amount of sense gratification. But such a wrong conception of life cannot give anyone the desired peace of mind, and thus, in spite of all advancement in knowledge by use of the resources of nature, no one is happy in the material civilization. The secret is that at every step they should try to execute sacrifices towards the path of world peace. The Bhagavad Gita 18.45-46 also advises the same secret in the following verses. Svese स्वे कर्माणि अभिराध संसिद्धिं लभते नर स्वकर्मनिरता सिद्धिं यदा विन्दति तच्छृणु यदा प्रावृत्तिर्भूतानां येन सर्वम् इदं तदं स्वकर्माण तम् अभ्यार्च्य सिद्धिं विन्दति मानवः. The Lord said to Arjuna, just hear from me how one can attain the highest perfection in life simply by discharging his specified occupational duty. Man can attain the highest perfection of life by worshipping the Supreme Lord and by performing sacrifices for the sake of Supreme Lord Vishnu, who is all pervading and by whose control every living entity acquires his desired facilities according to his personal propensity. There is no harm in having different propensities in life because every human being is proportionately independent to chalk out the plan of his life by different occupations. But one should make it a point in his life to know perfectly well that he is not independent absolutely. One is certainly under the control of the Supreme Lord and under different agencies. Knowing this, one should make it a point that by his work and result of his labor, he serves the Supreme Lord as prescribed by the authorities expert in the transcendental loving service of the Supreme Lord Vishnu. By performing such occupational duties of life, the leg is most important instrument of the body because without the help of the legs, one cannot move from one place to another. And therefore, the Lord has special control over the legs of human beings, which are meant for performing yajnas. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. So here, Prabhupada is describing about the duty. Every human being is engaged in his particular duty. Such duties are visible as men go hither and thither. So here, when Krishna was speaking, so the duties are coming from the Lord himself directly. Karma brahmodbham vidhi brahmakshar samudbhavam tasma sarvagatam brahma nityam yajne pratishtitam. So the Lord is always present. Nityam yajne pratishtitam tasma sarvagatam brahma nityam yajne pratishtitam. So we have got varnashrama dharma, and everyone has got a particular duty to carry out. When they are doing it, their duties, the Lord is present there. And similarly, one has to carry out a father duty, husband duty, either wife duty or child, mother, in various kinds of, it is a constitutional position of a living entity. So likewise, when Krishna was mentioning, Annat bhavanti bhutani parjanyatanna sambhavaha yajnat bhavati parjanyo yajna karma samudbhavaha. So how these are all coming out? By performing these activities, then the rains are falling. So Annat bhavanti bhutani, all the living entities sustain on the food grains. And food grains are sustaining on the Parjanyat Anna Sambhavaha and the rains. And then these rains are all Yajnat Bhavati Parjanyu. Whenever there is sacrifices are being carried out perfectly, then rains fall. And Yajna Karma Samudbhavaha, that Yajna, it born out of the duties based on the constitutional position of a living entity. Likewise, Karma Brahmodbham Vidhi, Brahmakshara Samudbhavam, and the Brahmakshara Samudbhavam. Tasma Sarvagatam Brahma. So likewise, the Lord is always situated whenever one is carrying out his duty. Doesn't matter whether it is right or wrong, but it may come out success or not success. But if he is carrying out his duty, then the Lord is always present. If one is not falling out of this loop, out of the duties, then evam pravatitam chakram nanuvartaiti hayah aghayurindriyarama mogam padha sajivati. He will be just only living like a sinful life if he is not carrying out that based on his duties. So there, Krishna mentions that many people Nabuddhi Vedam sorry, what is that? Janaka, many people like Janaka Maharaj, they by simply carrying out their duties, they have attained the perfection. So yadjadacharati sreshtaha tattad devetaro janaha sai pramanam kurute lokaha tad anuvartate. So that again Krishna mentions that one has to carry out his duties. And Shreyan Swadharmo Vigunaha Paradharmo Swanishtita Swadharme Nidhanam Shreyaha Paradharmo Bhayavaha. So these are the about carrying out the duties. One should not be deviating from his constitutional position, not imitating the others. Okay, so that is about Krishna is mentioning duties. So this is very prominently, and Prabhupada is mentioning that duty and activities visible as men go hither and thither. This is a movement. So this very prominently visible in big cities of the world. These are all now we are seeing people are always spending all the time going to the work, livelihood for great care from one place to another. This movement is not limited only to the cities, and also some people go to the different states and of going flights, morning flight, evening flight. So this is all, and everyone, all these kinds of scientists and everyone are engaged. How better we can communicate. Always there is road improvements. Always there are strikes, and many people are going through so many other things. And in such a way, people are always bewildered. Everything, these rails, buses, and aeroplanes, always improving on only that side. They are not trying to improve the spiritual side, putting all material things. So all this is the base. This is movement is not only limited to the cities. It is going all these things. Everyone are working in that only for the comfortable life. Engineers, technicians, everyone are like that. And so many software companies, so many corporations, so many these tours and travels. See, just only for what? Here, Gatim is the movement of the Lord. Whenever the desire wanted to, Gatim Jigeshitha Pado. But and then Prabhupada but they do not know how to make the activities purposeful to fulfill the mission of human life because they do not know the secret. All their activities are targeted towards the goal of sense gratification without control. Again, this is uh, Padu Harehe Kshetra Padanusarpani. And one of the statement of the life of Ambarish, Padu Harehe Kshetra Padanusarpani, that legs are to be used in the Kshetra Padanusarpani, going to the different pilgrimage places of the Vishnu. That is the purpose of it. But people are going without any goal. So towards the goal, and it is only sense gratification without control. Therefore, by all this business, they are unknowingly entering into the deep regions of the darkness. Adanta Gobir, Vishdanta Mishram. So something like Prabhupada is always meant. Punah Punah Charivita Charavananam. Adanta Gobir. Okay, so that is Vishda and Tamishram. That is the darkest region of the world. And then further, because they have been captivated by the external energy of the Supreme, they have completely forgotten the Supreme Lord Vishnu. They have forgotten, and so just like a consciousness is in the deep slumber, it is not a vacant state. And thus, they have taken it for granted that this life, as presently manifested under the condition of material, is all for enjoying the highest amount of sense gratification. यावत् प्रदकुमिदमात्मन इंद्रियार्ध मायाबलं भगवतो जनेश पश्येत् तावन्न समिति रसौ पृथंक्रमेत व्यद्दापि दुःख देहं वहति क्रियार्ध. This is yavat pradukum vidmatman indriyartha. Everything is only for my enjoyment. In such a way, he bewilders. Maya balena. This is again daivena vihita nonam. So this is many things are just by the external energy of the Lord. When Duryodhana and Arjuna are present before Krishna for taking help in the Kurukshetra battle, Krishna takes all the Krishna's energy, external energy, that is Maya, and that is Duryodhana. And whereas Arjuna, he wants Krishna himself. So many people they taken for granted. And see, this is they have taken it for granted that this life only to enjoy. All the opulences, the nature and everything, resources, they will consume it for enjoyment. They never use it in the service of the Lord. That's why the problems are many people are going through so many troubles in this life. Okay, but such a wrong conception of life cannot give anyone the desired peace of mind, and thus, in spite of all advancement in knowledge by use of resources of nature, say resource of nature, no one is happy in this material civilization. So here, many people, they are going to build, we need artificial intelligence, information technology, computers that would not bring any peace to the world. Actually, they have to establish the Vishnu temples in every city, every town, and every village, and then carry out the Hari Bhajan. That is the essential thing. Then economical problems also will be solved. Brahmanas will be there, Kshatriyas will be there, Vaishyas and Sudras. The Varnashram Dharma will be perfectly executed. All problems will be solved. Every town, village, city, and the states should be having all the Vishnu temples. Problems will be solved, but people, they do not know that, and they will try to construct the big factories and bringing the investments from the outside. They will just come and make havoc, and they will finally, they will just blackmail. We will take our these things. They will control our finances. This is all bewildering. People are running behind that. So this is the, so secret is every, they should try to execute the sacrifices towards the path of world peace. Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Swe Swe Karmani Abhiritaha Samsiddhim Labhate Naraham. If one is engaged in his activities, Karmani Abhirataha Samsiddhim Labhate Naraham. Swakarma Niritaha Siddhim Yata Vindati Tashrunu. So how it can be performed, achieved the Yata Vindati Tashrunu. I am going to speak, O Arjuna, by attaining the perfection. Yata pravrittihi bhutanam yena sarvam idam tadam swakarmana tam abhyarchya siddhim vindati manavaha. Swakarmana tam abhyarchya. When one is carrying out his duties, occupational duties, it will come perfectly. See, by worshipping the Supreme Lord and by performing the sacrifice for the sake of the Supreme, everything is samsiddhir haritoshanam. This is the atapum vidvishreshta varnashrami vibhagashaha samsiddhir haritoshanam. Everything is only for pleasure of Hari. So who is all pervading and by whose control every living being acquires his desired facilities according to his personal propensity. And further, Prabhupada is describing that there is no harm in having different propensities in life because every human being is proportionately independent to chalk out the plan of his life by different occupations. But one should make it a point in his life to know perfectly well that he is not independent. We always dependent on something else. That is the nature of human being, not only the human beings, for all the living entities. Ahastani sahastanam apadani chatushpadam falguni tatra mahatam jivo jivasya jivanam. So Narada Muni says that one. So ahastani sahastanam. If one doesn't have, one living entity doesn't have hands, then that will become a sustenance for the living entity which has got a hands. Ahastani sahastanam apadani chatushpadam. And a living entity which does not have legs, it will become a food for the living entity that has got legs. Like a plants are food for the four-legged animals. And four-legged animals, they don't have hands. They will become food for the two-legged animals. So this is ahastani sahastanam apadani chatushpadam falguni tatra mahatam. And the weak people are always, they will be engaged in the service of the strong people. Strong people utilize them for their happiness. Likewise, jivo jivasya jivanam. So no one is independent. And everyone are, again, the time is in the control of the time factor. So one is certainly under the control of the Supreme Lord and under different agencies. Knowing this, one should make it a point that by his work, the result of his labor, he serves the Supreme Lord as prescribed by the authorities, expert in the transcendental loving service of the Supreme Lord Vishnu. So this is one has to engage all the time. He is prani hyaddaihi diya vacha shreya acharanam sada. This is etavad janma sapalyam deheshu iha dehinam prani hyaddaihi diya vacha shreya acharanam sada. For other people. So and actually we do, and then manasetani bhutani pranimit bahumanayan. One has to respect all the living entities, knowing that um, Lord is in the heart of all the living entities. Since it's such a way, then everything will come perfectly. So for performing such occupational duties of life, the leg is the most important instrument of the body, because without the help of the legs, one cannot move from one place to another. And therefore, Lord has special control over the legs of all human beings, which are meant for performing yajnas. So this is how the yajnas are being. So Vishnu is always yajna purusha. So that is padbhyam yajnah swayam avyam karma bihi krite lubihi. Okay, so that is from this purport and the verse Prabhupada is describing, and from the Srimad Bhagavatam. So gatim jikishidhapado ruruhati abhikamikam padbhyam yajnah swayam avyam karma bihi krite lubihi. Okay. So Srimad Bhagavatam Jai, we shall move into Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. So today it is letter to Nirmal Babu, June 24th, 1970, Los Angeles. Can I request any unallocated voluntary devotees to read it, this letter, please? Small letter. Gaurangi Mataji, would you like to read?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Okay, Prabhuji. I'll try, Prabhuji. My dear Nirmal Babu, please accept my greeting. Since a very long time we are now separate, and I think I met you last at your home, sometimes in 1964 before starting for America. Perhaps you have information about my activities in the Western countries and the cult of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu being nicely transplanted transplanted in the Western countries. Sometimes some of our friends donate a pair of Radha Krishna deities for our different temple, but the uh, Reserve Bank of India takes too much time to uh, sensation the free gift. In this way, I am put into great trouble. So I am seeking your help. Is something can be done that if somebody gives us free gift of deities, the government shall not object to it. Krishna consciousness movement is India's original culture. Why the government should not help in spreading this culture while they are eager to receive it. I hope you will kindly think over this matter and help me. Hope you are well. Awaiting your early reply. Yours sincerely, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai.
Yeah. Thank you, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji, you wanted to add?
Yes, Prabhuji, Prabhupada mentioned the Nirmal Babu. He met a very long time before and he met his house. Then he talking about the Western country and then then um, this is Mahaprabhu's dream, something like that. Then the someone give to deities for temple, but the delivery is very late. the give Indian government doesn't maybe I think help then Prabhupada requesting and the Nirmal Babu if he want to help to Prabhupada. So maybe this problem is going to solve. I think that Prabhuji Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very nicely explained. Okay. So that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. So just even Prabhupada is remembering the old friends and also trying to engage somewhere or other in the devotional activities. Okay, at the same time to solve any problems. That is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. Okay, and from the announcements point of view, so tomorrow is Ekadashi. I'm just going to send the Lakshmi to Devashish Prabhuji, and for that offering Narsimha Chaturdasi Abhishek offering in terms of the wise the money transfers, so in rupees, so it may not be exactly 500 pounds, so it may be a bit lesser as well, as the pound value is 106 pounds, 6 rupees like that. That is one thing, and also just making Lakshmi contribution towards the Mana temple as well. So as Saurav Prabhuji has paid from his personally, so I'll be paying Lakshmi to Prabhuji as well. And then our Zoom subscription is coming on the 17th of February. That will be automatically renewed and deducted from the account, the same account. That will all be reflected. Those three things will be there. And devotees have got opportunity to contribute until I think the 10th of February, Nityananda Trayodasi. That is another 17 or 16 days more. And then any leftover Lakshmi will be given to the Goshala. So we have committed for around 250, but we are a little bit short. But whatever is left, we will be giving to Goshala. So that is what at the moment I have been contemplating. And dear devotees, if you have got any other thoughts, you wanted to share anything on this, kindly let me know. That is one thing. And again, tomorrow is again Saturday. Our day-to-day activity, weekly schedule is going on. And one more thing I wanted to request dear devotees to give information. Anyone is traveling to the Prayagraj or going to the Amrita Snan or Mahakumbh Mela?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yourself and any other devotees?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Prabhu, we know devotees in the temple, they are traveling in February.
In February, okay. Yeah, anytime. So before that.
So they'll be doing the snan for the Mahashivratri. So maybe 17th February, I heard they're traveling.
You are traveling, Mataji?
No, not me. We know other devotees from the manor.
Okay. Okay,
Close devotees, so yeah, we know.
so just Meena Mataji, how long you are traveling, Mataji?
I'm going from here 26 Sunday, this Sunday, and then 29, and then I'm until 3rd of February in Prayagraj.
Okay, so and then how many days trip, Mataji?
Like so from 28 to 3rd of February, so I'll be there in Prayagraj. It's like
And
6,
then
7
return
days.
back to UK later on.
Huh? And
And
then
then
return. Yeah, I'm coming back on 18th of February. Return because I'm going to Ujjain and some other places.
okay, 18th. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, thank you so much, Mataji, for letting me know.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so this is this Mahakumbha Mela comes after 144 years. Just again knowing about the Ganges, which has come from Krishna's lotus feet. Yavai Lasat Tulsi Vimishra Krishnang Renu Abhyakam Bhunetri, with a mixed with that tulsi leaves and then dust of lotus feet of Krishna, and which is purifying all the planetary systems. And many devotees are coming there, and it is very auspicious. I don't know, just was also feeling tempting to go there, but I don't know. So just asking any devotees would know the information. Okay, thank you so much, Mataji.
If you need any information or anything, please let me know. If you want to
Yeah, sure.
so yeah, I'll be there. And so if you want accommodation or anything like that, please, likely to come, then please let me know.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mataji.
Okay, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Okay, dear devotees, you wanted to share anything on these things on Krishna consciousness or anything else? Kindly share.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Prabhu, there is a group going from the temple. So if you want to join them.
Okay. Is it how many days trip, Prabhuji?
They're going, I think, is for 2 weeks. You know the Prabhuji who was giving us lecture, the class, Lokeshwar Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
All of them, they are going together from the temple. Shailesh Prabhu, Lokeshwar Prabhu, and other. So from the temple, they are going in a group.
Okay. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for letting me know. Maybe I shall contact you later on.
I mean, I think they're flying this week, Prabhu.
Yeah, sure, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Okay, bye. Very good.
Hare Krishna. Okay, any other communications or updates, dear devotees, you wanted to share? Okay. If there are no updates, then okay, we shall conclude our session and then continue with further japa. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय, शिल प्रभुपाद की जय। Have a Krishna conscious day, everyone.